everybody? Hello. Welcome to Endless Multiverse, episode 63, with your co-host Chainsaw Reacts and Andy. And we are here with a special episode because today,
in 720p,
apparently, I'm noticing it's not exactly perfect in terms of, like, there's some choppiness a little bit. I'm noticing, at least on my end. So I might actually have to revert back. Hold on one second here. I might have to
yeah. Also, I don't like how zoomed in I am. Like you guys will notice it soon.
That's better. Yeah, that's a little bit better for me. So I think we'll be zoomed out. Because we were like baffled. Like, what the hell's going on?
Well, yeah, because I told him the reason I was late was because my camera's doing this weird thing to it. He's like, "Is it doing to you?" I'm like,
"It's zooming."
Wait, it's zooming in. It was creepy.
Yes, Fernando, you were early. Hello, Kiata. Welcome, Victor. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. But yes, we are here. Trey Parker as Alan Scott. Oh, we're gonna get into. So we have 15 characters. We're gonna go down and we're going to give our choice and then a runner-up. I technically have a couple of two runner-ups, but we don't know each other's list. This is the beauty of it. We don't know who we're gonna say for what character. This was really difficult to do. We were gonna do 10, but then it's like there's a lot.
Andy forced him to do 15.
Yeah, 15, and we went from 3 down to 2. But after I started getting into the list, I'm like, you know what? I could add 2 runner-ups here. That's fine, because ultimately we have no idea what's going to happen. But how was your week, Andy? Comic-Con's going on now. Well, a version of Comic-Con's going on right now, mostly gaming.
A version of Comic-Con. No, I mean, it seems like a lot of people are having fun over there, you know. So no, I'm good. I'm just tired. So.
Oh my God, Fernando is here. Holy crap, he's actually here. Well, I mean, you are a little late though. We did start about a minute or so. So
yeah, I just don't think Fernando likes us that much.
I don't want to reveal what's happening behind the scenes, but thank you, Lightning Bolt. Thank you so much. So we're going to get into this, guys. We're going to play, of course, our intro here with a little Constantine, since it's fitting because it is a DC show. And we're going to dive in and we're going to go. And I think we're going to go where Andy's going to lead, and then we'll go back and forth because I'm going down the list that you sit in order. That's the list that I.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
Okay, so Constantine, take it away.
All right then, on with the show.
So we have a shit ton of DC characters to cast.
Do we want to go through, like, in terms of like just like here's the list of them, and then we'll go back and actually go through like who we're actually going to be casting, if you will?
Well, I will say the character, and then I will ask who would you cast for this character, and then you say your answer, and then I say my answer.
Okay, yeah. So we'll keep it a little bit surprise of who. Like, you kind of tell by the images who, but we got 15 total.
Yeah. So I will also preface saying that a lot of them are characters that are already confirmed to appear in the DC universe, and some of them were like, well, for example, like the Flash. We know at some point the Flash will show up, but it's like, who are they gonna cast? But then we have someone like who is absolutely gonna show up, so it will be a big bit of mixture. So we're gonna start with Hal Jordan, and I have never really. Me and Jordan, we don't talk Green Lantern that much. We don't talk about Green Lantern that much. So who would you cast as Hal Jordan?
I'm gonna give my top and then my runner-up, or my top first.
You can decide.
Okay, so my top choice is it's pretty much a fan favorite. Is Glenn Powell, who was most recently in Top Gun Maverick, who has made a lot of appearances of the last number of years, but people have been really pushing him to be some upcoming hero, and I think he'd be a good choice. I'm curious to know your top choice, because my runner-up is a little bit of a wild card, because I'm not sure if they would actually go this route. But who's your top choice for Hal?
So this, I don't know how many people think about him that for DC casting, but like someone that I'm like I think could be a really good Hal is Michael Fassbender. Like I think he like. Like it was funny because I was watching, I was rewatching some old episodes of Graham Norton when he was on with James McAvoy and Hugh Jackman. And I'm like, there's just a bit of cockiness with him that I'm like, oh, I'm kind of into this. Um, so
Okay.
I would go with Michael Fassbender. I actually don't have a runner up because like once I saw Michael Fassbender in my head, I was like, okay, now I can't get away from this. So, what
My
was your
run.
runner up?
Well, my runner-up is a little bit of a left field because they have pretty much implied essentially, well, not exactly for sure, that Hal and the next person we'll be discussing are going to be younger, but that's not. I don't think they've confirmed that officially. My left field, and I didn't even think about this until I started like looking around, see what other people are fan casting and other ideas. I'm like, that's a good idea. Cyclops, James Marsden. I know he's a little older. But once I saw him, like because people go that Tom Cruise. I don't see it. I think James Marsden would be a good choice. I know he was Cyclops in Marvel, but I think he would be if they decide to go older for Hal, because they are going older for Guy Gardner, right? So I don't know. I think James would be a good choice. That's just my opinion.
I kind of see it, and that's the thing, with someone like this is the thing people I remember with Green Lanterns is that they don't have they will be a lot of CGI motion capture and stuff like it's not like let's take Stephen Miller for example. They need an actor who could be very physical, because he has to do a lot of practical stunts, whatever, and so on. But with Green Lantern, they're going to be in harnesses, they're going to have to it's not super advanced. I think that you can have some more experienced actors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Tom Cruise. No, I don't think Tom Cruise for a second.
No.
Maybe he can play Hal Jordan's father or something.
Or Tom Cruise could voice a character. He doesn't have to necessarily, be physically there. Just saying if they wanted to use him. But yeah.
We can cast Tom Cruise as a we can cast him as a guardian of the Guardians of the Oa.
That would be weird, but at the same time, sure. Why not? With the giant
hand. So next we're to Jon Stewart. I'm gonna go with my first choice because I'm sticking to this casting since he and I talked about it. Wole Parks as Jon Stewart. I love him as John Henry Irons on Super Lois. For some reason, Warner Bros. Clearly doesn't love him enough, and a bunch of other cast members because they're getting cut for season 4. But this man is again, like when I think of Jon Stewart, there's a lot of character that John Irons has similarity with him, and also Wole Park. He's a huge comic book nerd. Like go watch my interview with him that I did for Screen Rant, and like. He's like into Justice League Unlimited, Justice League. We just goofed out about those shows. So he would be I'm on the campaign for him to be Jon Stewart. So
okay, I figured you were going to pick him. Pick him. So my choice is John David Washington, who was most notably in Christopher Nolan's last film, co-starring with Robert Pattinson in Tenet. So yeah, I'm doing John David Washington. Do you have a runner-up or no?
No, I'm sticking to my man.
No, I'm throwing it out there. I know this ain't gonna happen, but I think Wayne T. Carr deserves a shot because he was cast in the Snyder Cut as Green Lantern, and it never happened. I mean, it wasn't officially released. But that's just me because I think like, hey, the dude was cast, he deserves a shot. But I know James Gunn won't do that. I just like, hey, you know what? Give that a mention because he did play Jon Stewart, in unfortunately an unreleasable scene that they will not release. But yeah, I think John David Washington would be a good choice in terms of my Jon Stewart.
Well, next is Swamp Thing.
I only have one choice. Well, one before and then after the change. So technically 2 people, but yeah.
Wait, what do you mean before and after the change?
Well, like, because he's not Swamp Thing right away. Like
you mean
the voice.
Okay.
Yeah, the voice after the fact. Yeah. But who's your choice?
No, who's your choice?
choice? So my choice before he changes is Wes Bentley. He is from Yellowstone. If you look up Wes Bentley, he's got slick back hair. He plays one of the main characters of the show. I think it'd be interesting.
He was in Hunger Games, I think,
and he was a villain in Ghost Rider. Was it Ghost Rider? Or was it? What? Yeah, one of the Ghost Rider movies.
Oh, he was in Ghost Rider.
But he has definitely improved. It definitely is. He's a character you love to hate right now on Yellowstone. I think he'd be a good choice. And the voice for Swamp Thing, Ron Perlman. I just want to. Okay. Was that your voice for him? The voice.
The voice, yeah, because I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he would do like the motion capture, the physical aspect of it. It's funny because I never thought about a person for the human version of Swamp Thing.
That's okay.
This one is the one that everyone is always fighting about. Who should play Batman?
Yeah, this is the one. I'm curious to know where you're going because I have one. I have two runner-ups, and I don't know if they're going to be good choices for you, but I don't know.
I've been in favor of this casting for a couple of years now. This would be a little older, but I really want Anson Mount as Batman.
I didn't think about that. Damn. Would you want to have the gray hair?
Why not?
Wait,
why not?
Or do you want it to be like kind of like it's black and gray, like he's starting to go gray, or would you just want the gray?
Well, like is he? Because does he dye his hair for Strange Adventure? Star Trek. Yeah.
I don't think he does. I think he's gray now. I think
it works for me. We've seen enough brunette and black haired Bruce Waynes of my generation at this point.
Oh God! Now that you mention that, now I want that. I want Anson Mount.
Now who did you pick?
Well, my top choice. I honestly thought at first, guys, but the more I've thought about it, I think he would be great. Jensen Ackles. I gotta give him the shot. Jensen Ackles. I think he would be great. Now, obviously, I was thinking older because obviously they're going older because of Damian. My two runner-ups, Carl Urban, which I know he's been fan casted quite a bit, and my other is because he was heavily rumored, and I know he would crush it. I don't know if he would sign on for multiple deal, but he would have to. But Jake Gyllenhaal, because he was heavily rumored to replace Ben Affleck for a while. When Ben Affleck, there was always rumors about Ben Affleck maybe leaving. Jake Gyllenhaal was rumored. Now, obviously, there's no validity to it. But obviously, once you mention Anson Mount, that kind of, that goes up right there at the top, essentially. Like that'd be a good choice. I just didn't think about him specifically. I don't know why. Because I guess just recently he was talking about he might come back as Black Bolt. He's talked to Marvel, so who knows. But, I mean.
Yeah, I'm always confused if they're going to do more Inhuman stuff or not. So I'm just like.
Yeah.
But Anson Mount, also because he did voice him. He did voice him in Justice.
Oh yeah, he was in Justice. Okay.
But it's why I always laugh so much where I'm like when I laughed so hard when he got cast. I'm like, okay, I got close enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But okay, so for Boost to Gold, who would you cast?
This was really difficult because there's a lot of I don't understand this mindset. I know you hate this. A lot of people are fan casting Chris Pratt. I don't agree with that. I only had one choice. And unfortunately, I've already named him as for Green Lantern potentially, and it's Glenn Powell because I was trying to think because I was trying to picture in my head Booster Gold. And unfortunately, there's not many people that I think could that looks like him from the comics, like facial wise. And I feel like Glenn Powell could be a good Green Lantern. He could be a good Aquaman. He could be a good Booster Gold. Like there's a lot of potential options for him, I think. And that's why I think he's been fan casted a lot. But this was one of the harder ones I just couldn't think about. Like in terms of who else could I see play Booster Gold? Because there's been some people who played him, but like does James Gunn, does he go for an unknown or lesser known? Does he go for a big name star to help boost Booster Gold, basically?
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
Like, it's literally it's a lesser known character. So do you go bigger name to help boost that character, or do you go lesser known and help build that person up? I don't know.
For Booster Gold, I had a couple of choices. Um, and one of them is actually, I think, again, because I haven't seen him yet, but like this is, but one of my friends was like, "Oh, you just say it and see what your fans would say about this." I'm like, okay, but one of them is Scott Porter, who was hard Dixie. He's currently now on Ginny in Georgia, and he's a huge DC fan. And
My wife watched that show. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
It's the white boy that Georgia is now together with and getting married with. So
yes. Okay.
Okay. And my two runner-ups, my three runner-ups actually. This one I'm like, okay, there's a lot I could see for Boost. Two of them, one of them is from my friend's suggestion, and two of them I've been wanting to see them for a while. Ryan McPartlin, for people who watched Chuck, he was Captain Awesome. So he's someone I want to watch. And the other one is Gabriel Macht, who he is Harvey on Suits, the show with Meghan Markle, Patrick T. Adams, and so on.
He's the lead who's already the lawyer, right, at the beginning of the show?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, my wife watched a little bit of that show. I think she watched like the 2-part pilot. And I'm looking at that guy. I'm like, oh, so that's a good choice. That's good. He does look like Booster Gold. Yeah.
Now the third one, who's a little bit younger, but this is one like I don't know much about his acting, but you can definitely say something about Jordan. Mm-hmm. Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things.
Ooh. So see, he was popping up quite a bit when I was doing my research today about different characters, and I'm like, no. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, he definitely embodied Eddie from Stranger Things season 4, and everyone, of course, loves that character. Some people are really too obsessive, too obsessive with that character. But I could see it because he literally knows. Because at a certain point, Eddie could have been over the top and been like a joke, but he was able to maintain that like heavy metal 80s era type character and not make it like a parody.
Like, does he like Metallica?
Yeah, like he's in all that kind of stuff. Like his character is like his long hair, but like he could have got to the point where he's
you
basically. But he could have literally pushed it too far to be a parody and not be taken seriously in the show. But he literally became a fan favorite. I mean, his Funko Pops exploded in value because everyone loved the character. That's how much of an impact he had playing the role. So,
wow. Well, now once I get because I'm going to start watching this, hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm curious to see what because I know I watched him like in some interviews because my friend was like, I'm like, dude, I don't have time to watch a bunch of seasons of Stranger Things to see what he can do. Like, okay, but I just watch some interviews. It's like he's very funny and he's also like very like he has a lot of heart when you see him. I'm like, okay, all right, fine, and I started watching, and I'm like, I guess I can kind of see him, but I'm like, but let me see what Jordan thinks about it. But this is like because he's actually a year younger than me, so like I'm like, okay, like this would be a good get for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Now Supergirl. This is I'm really curious what you're gonna say. I have one that like it's a little predictable, and then I might have a runner-up, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
Okay, so my main choice is Sasha. I think that she deserves to come back. I think Sasha deserves a return. And if Fernando says Sasha for Supergirl, I will take nothing else. I hear you. That is my top choice. I think James should find a way to incorporate her because she's already like she was a standout in the movie. Like people really embraced her with all that. Now, 2 runner-ups. Now these runner-ups are not because well, I know for sure one of them is a natural blonde, or at least that's like the most recent photos. But I thought about younger actors that could basically grow into the role because we don't know when Supergirl is even popping up in the DCU. So it could be within a couple years. So it's not like, okay, they're going to be playing the role now. Peyton List, who was on Cobra Kai. She is she's actually blowing up now because Cobra Kai. She was in another show that me and Shelby watched called Spirited.
Wait.
Mm.
Peyton List is not that young. I mean, I
know. I'm saying
I've seen her on the
younger.
I've seen her on the Flash, and like she looks great, but like she
was on the Flash.
She was Captain Cole's sister.
No, Peyton List. That's not that. You're. I don't know who you're talking about. That's not.
That's Peyton List.
Not when I looked it up. No, that's not. No.
Wait, Peyton.
Maybe I got the name wrong. Maybe the name popped up wrong for me. Hold on.
Oh, there's two of them.
Yes, this Peyton List. That right there.
I'm talking about the brunette.
No.
There's two Peyton Lists.
I see that now. Okay.
I was like, what the frick is he smoking right now? Like, I don't know who he's talking about.
No, I didn't realize it, but her Cobra Kai. Yeah, she's 25 right now. And my other choice, I didn't realize there were two Peyton Lists. That's fucking crazy. My second choice, she was just in House of the Dragon. Millie Alcock, I think that's how I pronounce her last name. She was the young Rhaenyra Targaryen, and I feel like she was really, really good in House of the Dragon.
Oh, so, that's who she's playing. Okay, I've seen her face like a few times.
Yeah, she's really good in the episode she's in because she's not in the entire show, but when she was on screen, she was awesome. So those are my choices. But obviously, I say Sasha is my top choice, obviously. But those are my two potential options because I feel like because obviously Cobra Kai is going to end. House of the Dragon, I don't see Millie returning based off of how they're moving forward in the timeline, and her character's already grown up in the timeline. That's where they've already passed that point. I feel like this would be a good opportunity for them. Or in general, I think this would be good just for them to pop up somewhere in a new franchise because, I feel like they deserve a shot to do something else. So.
Well, my first choice would also be Sasha. I think she needs to get another shot, and I think there's more to her than what people, more to meets the eye, definitely. Of my runner-up, and this is actually I don't know if people have suggested her a lot. So there's an actress who, she's getting more, she's been kind of blowing up also very recently a lot too because she was in Ghostbusters Afterlife and so on. But McKenna Grace, she played young Captain Marvel. She played young Sabrina. She's been like people Hollywood's go-to when they need to cast like a young version of a blonde character. But she's 17. But we don't know when the movie. We don't even know when. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Sorry,
yeah. It's okay.
Is going to be made. So she's going to be 18 or 19 or so. But again, like. Because I think she's even younger in that comic as well, so I think she could be. And also, she played young Sabrina on Children Sabrina. So, like, I would love for McKenna to get a shot. She's also in this incredible movie that I watched called Gifted with Chris Evans, and she's like so the character is like she is like I think 8, 9, 10 years old in the movie, but she's like a mathematical genius that she inherited from her mother. So like, it's a really sweet movie that I would watch. It has Octavia Spencer in it, Jenny Slate. So, she's awesome, and she was so adorable, and like, but yeah, she was like talking like as an adult, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So that's who I would cast. Now we're gonna jump to the Themyscirian characters. So we know that Paradise Lost is gonna be the first thing we get out of the Wonder Woman corner of the DC universe. It's a prequel, focusing on the early days of Themyscira. So Hippolyta, I'm almost guaranteed that she is the one that's gonna be in the show. We're gonna follow from her perspective because she's one of the OG Amazons. I would cast. Because this was 10 years ago, like when when I was, a lot of people were fan casting her as actual Wonder Woman. At this point, I don't know if she would play Wonder Woman, but I would cast Bridget Regan as Hippolyta. She was on Batwoman recently as Poison Ivy, and
okay,
she's been on Jane the Virgin, Linda the Seeker, and I think she would be incredible as Wonder Woman's mother. If we can follow her throughout, before she gives birth, before Diana is born and everything.
Okay.
Who's your Hippolyta?
I only have one option. This is if they decide to go a little younger, because
Was this a little bit rough? Was this one of the harder choices?
Yes. But I think they might, because see, I think Hippolyta normally is they try to cast older, or the idea is that she's older looking comparatively, even though they did her age. I got to give her a shot because she, I think she's been shorthanded in Marvel. Lady Sif herself, Jamie Alexander. I feel like she would be an interesting Hippolyta for sure. I have her down the list as well. I won't say what, but you can probably guess what I'm referring to. But in terms of Hippolyta, I think that she would be great because this also gives her a chance to lead, because we're assuming she's going to be leading the show, to really shine. Because I got to be honest, Lady Sif has been shorthanded in the MCU, especially in Thor: Love and Thunder. Shorthanded as hell. I think she is. I don't even know. But the thing is, I don't see Marvel really focusing on Lady Sif, even though it's been rumored for a while they're going to do a Disney Plus show with her character. I doubt that's going to happen. I feel like she deserves a shot over at DC. So I'm going to go Jamie Alexander. That's I couldn't think of anything else. Before we jump into our next thing, which is exciting. Thank you for the super chat so much. I don't know about you guys, but let's see Kaylee. So I'm assuming he's referring to Kaylee who voices her. Yeah, in I could see that, but I think Margot is going to be sticking around. I think.
Yeah,
but that is a.
I would love to see if Kaylee could get like a role in something related to Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, or like they can like hang out at least.
Do you see a point where Harley Quinn the show gets so crazy at some point? There's like a live action segment or something where they actually get the
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. That could do something like that.
If the show comes back for another season, I'm almost guaranteed it's going to be happening.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna.
Well, they do. Yeah, they do address and respond to like current things. So multiverse is a big thing now. So I could see Harley Quinn going that route.
Now, let's get a little villainous up in here. So Lex Luthor is heavily rumored to be in Superman Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, I am sold on the idea of Bill Skarsgård as Lex Luthor. Because here's the thing: if Superman is gonna be younger in this universe, if they're starting from an earlier point, I'm almost guaranteeing you that he will be younger. That Lex will also be somewhat in a similar age range. Like they're not gonna cast someone that is like, they're not gonna have a 20-something year old Clark Kent and then a 50-year-old Lex Luthor.
That's true.
That's my choice. Who would your choice be? And do you have any runner-ups?
Do you have any runner-ups or no?
No, I fell in love with that idea of Bill.
Okay.
So
my runner-up is Bill. My runner-up is Bill Skarsgård. I feel like he would be a good choice because once you mentioned, we were on a Ben's stream a couple weeks back. We were discussing this topic about Alexander Skarsgård, which by the way he was brought up quite a bit in fan casting circles about stuff we were looking into today. But once you mentioned, but once you mentioned Alexander Skarsgård is like all like in his 40s and he doesn't look it. I mean, I'm like, okay, that kind of, because you're thinking roughly same age. My top choice, I don't know his age, but when I was looking into this, and I'm thinking, okay, he's already played a great villain. However, I would love to see what he would do with this character. Michael Fassbender as Lex. Now, I know he's already played Magneto, but I'm glad you like that because I was waiting for you to go, I think that would be good.
Wait a minute.
I think that would be awesome. What's this? I'm gonna look his age up. Hold on.
That's good.
Michael He's 46, so he's probably too old. But
it doesn't look.
Well, then again, Alexander doesn't look that old either. So I mean, you could realistically still cast an older Lex. You could for a young Superman. You could. But I was just thinking, like, okay, he's already playing Magneto, so maybe it's too much. But at the same time, he would probably kill it. But that's just me.
That is good.
Oh.
Shit. Wait, can you do me a favor? Because
Yeah.
I know you know AI better than I. Can you put into AI to make a rendition of Michael Fassbender as Bald or as Lex Luthor? Because now I really want to see it.
I could do that, and let's see. Let's see if I can actually do it. Am I actually? That didn't actually work. Oh, that's why the spelling was different. Let's see.
I'm excited. I'm thinking about like Michael Fassbender as Lex, like just yelling at Superman. Like that's kind of. Oh, I really like this.
I mean, I thought it'd be a good idea. Yeah, I'd have to I'd have to figure my login information to do that, but
It's all good. It's all good.
I think it's a good choice. Real quick, we have a super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As a fellow reactor, would you rather react to a Harley Quinn show or a Batman verse show? A Batman verse show, personally. But Harley, I mean, look, if it's just Harley, because I'm excited for Harley Quinn season 4. Did you see the trailer, by the way? Did you see the trailer?
I haven't watched because I'm still on season 1.
Okay. There is something they reveal in there that is crazy, and I love it.
But also, if you want to see him react to a Batman show, you can watch all 5 seasons of him reacting to the Batman.
The mid 2000s Batman show. All those reactions are up.
Five seasons.
And a movie.
Wait, there was a Batman
Batman versus Dracula. Yeah, between season 2 and season 3.
Oh my god, is that what he? Oh shit! I've always heard that title.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. The next character.
Yes. Okay. So for Jimmy Olsen, who would you cast as Superman's pal?
Okay, so I had to think about it quite a bit. Now, they're not ginger necessarily, but I think that Jimmy, they've obviously made changes to Jimmy and stuff over the years in different iterations. My top choice is Jacob Bertrand, and he is from Cobra Kai. I think he would be a good choice for Jimmy. There's already rumors out there because scoopers are posting like little hints of who is actually be Jimmy. So maybe it's not, maybe there's already someone they're potentially looking at for Jimmy. I know there's strikes going on, so I'm not sure. My runner-up is Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things.
Which one does he play?
He plays, oh God, I can't remember off the top of my head who he plays. He played. Okay. Well, I know for a fact Noah. He's one of the main kids. Will Byers.
Okay.
But those are my two choices. I just saw Noah's 18. Never mind. Noah might be too young. But it was hard to find a Jimmy actor because there's a lot of potential options you can go. Do you want to go traditional, or do you want to switch up? Who like Jimmy, because Jimmy doesn't, because realistically a lot of these characters you can switch their ethnicity up. You don't have to keep them.
I don't think like his hair color is not important for me. Which is why I don't know if this story would actually surprise people, but because I really loved him in the first 2 movies. I actually think Asher Angel should be playing Jimmy Olsen.
Ooh. Okay.
Think about it.
Okay.
He is now in his 20s.
Okay, that's actually interesting. Asher Angel. Okay. I mean, I could see it because let's be honest, that the Shazam is done. That whole thing's done.
Yeah,
so I could see.
And the thing was he was even out acting Zachary Levi, like for God's sake, like, which is.
No, just stop the fan casting of KJ Apa. It's not happening. No.
Yeah, you know what? He's also that once now that Rivet he's not gonna dye his hair red again.
No,
he's talking about he doesn't like it.
And people only saying that because he's a ginger in Riverdale. Let's be honest. He had his one shot with the Wonder Twins. Look what happened there. So I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
I also like red hair, like it's not needed that much. Like, come on.
I get it because that's
they can dye it. Yeah, they can
Yeah.
also die if need be, but it's like, people grow up. For Wonder Woman, should we just say that both of you accidentally put Jamie Alexander on our list too for Wonder Woman?
She's my runner-up for Wonder Woman. She's one of my runner-ups for Wonder Woman.
Oh, well, she's
Yeah.
she's who I want to see next because I agree with you that the MCU they're wasting her. Like I don't understand. That's why I love when she was on Agents of Shield. I was like, can we just keep her on the show for a couple episodes or something? Like, 'cause they're not doing her anything in the movie. So, yeah, Kevin Feige, I can't relate to being you of having talent underneath my nose and then not using them. Yeah, I would love seeing Wonder Woman. I know she was. See, I don't know if she was actually ever in contention of being cast as Wonder Woman for the DCU, or if
she was rumored. I think back during when Gal was cast. I think.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Who is your choice for Wonder Woman?
So Jamie Alexander, Lady Sif, of course, from the Marvel MCU. That's one of my runner-ups. My other runner-up, I want to say this to get this out of the way because I'm not sure how you're going to feel about this. But when I saw it and I kept thinking about it, I'm like, I know it sounds crazy. I bet you're going to laugh. Katie McGrath from Supergirl, Lena Luthor as Wonder Woman. I was thinking I could see it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's too. Maybe not. But I was just thinking and she's a runner-up. She's not my main choice. Just saying. I was thinking,
that's not bad. I love Katie McGrath. Listen, she's awesome. She's a talented actress. Why not? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
You know what? Because she wouldn't have to do because Wonder Woman doesn't have to have an American accent. She could. I like the kind of aspect that she is mythical. She is from this otherworldly aspect. So,
So my top choice.
Yeah, who's your top choice?
I'm wondering if you're gonna know who this is. Naomi Scott, Jasmine from Aladdin.
I love her.
Naomi Scott.
I love, and she was also in Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was going to say she's in Power Rangers as well. I haven't seen the movie. I know she was in it. I think she would because I don't know. Because see, Wonder Woman realistically doesn't have to be a white woman. Doesn't have to be because from Themyscira, who's to say that it has to be a certain race? Because that's what Themyscira, they're all races. It doesn't have to be one. So if Ana de Armas, I saw that, I'm like, no, I don't want Ana de Armas.
Who's that?
She was in a James Bond movie. She's in the spinoff with John Wick, the ballerina or whatever it's called. The John Wick spinoff.
Is that the one Katie McGraw's in? Katie McGraw's doing some John Wick project, like a TV show or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but this is a spinoff movie that they're shooting with Ana de Armas. Personally, I don't want Ana de Armas, but I think Naomi Scott. Now, see, Fernand's saying Naomi Scott would be a good Zatanna. Yeah, but I think Naomi Scott could do a good Wonder Woman if they wanted to switch it up. But either or, I think Naomi deserves a shot at something. But I mean, if she got Wonder Woman, that'd be pretty cool. Now the next one is
I like all your choices.
I'm glad. I was worried about that Katie McGrath. I don't know how that's going to play, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But wait. What did you think I was gonna say?
I honestly thought you were going to say nah, or you were going to laugh. Go no.
I love Katie McGrath. She's one of the better. I mean, even though Supergirl the later season were crap, she was definitely one of the better aspects.
I didn't say she was not white. I'm just saying I just don't want her as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
No. Come back as Biographs and we'll talk.
Oh wow. Now, so for the Flash, we're gonna stick to Barry Allen because you know what? I will say this because I interviewed Mark Waid last week, and the interview is now live on the Flash Podcast website and on YouTube. And he made a good point because I asked him who do you think the next Flash should be in terms of character? And he even said that I think you need to start with Barry. You need to set up that foundation for the Flash family. So, so we're gonna stick with Barry Allen for this fan casting. Who are your choices for Barry Allen?
Okay.
Grant Gustin cannot be a runner-up.
No, I don't have Grant. No. Trust me, I would just do it, but I know they won't do it. And I don't think he would do it. I think he's done. He's obviously not done, but like 9 years. That's a long time, plus crossovers. Thomas Gustin. Thomas Gustin. I think that's his actual first name is Thomas, I think.
I think his father is named Thomas. His father's named Tom Gustin, I think.
Well, I think his actual first name is Thomas or something. It's not Grant. But anyways, my top choice is Lucas Till, Havoc from the X-Men early films. Like that's my top choice. I think because I feel like Havoc was underused in the X-Men franchise, heavily, way more underused than Lady Sif. So I feel like Lucas Till's a good choice. My runner-up is somebody who was in the running for a Marvel character a number of years ago. I know it's gonna be kind of an off kind of a wild card choice. Asa Butterfield as Barry Allen. Maybe not. Maybe he wouldn't be good as a Barry Allen. Maybe he doesn't look like Barry Allen to some people. But I feel like he deserves a chance at something. So I just like, you know what? I'll give Asa a shot.
Oh, he was up for Spider. Oh, interesting.
He literally was. It was down to him and Tom Holland. And Asa screen tested with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans for Spider-Man. And obviously this was back in 2015 or whenever. So he's definitely not, that young anymore. He's definitely aged up. But it's a wild card name. But I think Lucas Till's my
I'm just looking through like Asa. Like he's such a baby face.
Yeah. I don't know what he's been doing recently, but I was just thinking of like kind of a different take. So,
all right. For my list, is someone that is actually in the CW realm that people have seen before, but he's also been in Marvel. Luke Mitchell, who he was on Shield. He played Lincoln and in Electric Inhuman, and he was on a show called The Tomorrow People that lasted only for one season. Had Robbie Amell.
I was thinking of adding him. To my list, but I did not.
Yeah, I think he's a fucking talented actor, and I think he's someone that should definitely, I think he could, carry that role in a really fun way. Lucas Hill was actually on my runner-up list because I've seen I don't know where this started, that he was like proposed to play a Flash. Again, I think that I don't know, that he was like replacing Ezra. I think like it was just some fans that were just fancasting him because he he's blonde, he's very pretty. But I agree also with Jordan was that they wasted him in those X-Men movies. So he would be a good runner-up for me, definitely.
Okay.
So another character we don't know when he's showing up or whatnot, but at some point, it will probably happen. Aquaman. We're just gonna assume that Jason Momoa is done as Aquaman.
Yeah.
I do hope he comes back as Lobo. I am really starting to fall in love with that idea. But who would you cast as the King of Atlantis?
My first choice is Alexander Ludwig. He definitely has the look for Arthur. He's been fancasted quite a bit for the character, and the more there were a lot of potential options, but I think he'd be a good choice. I also thought this too, even though he did play him in Smallville, I thought of Alan Richardson, but I know that he's already played him, so having him play another version of Aquaman is probably not in the cards. But I think that would be interesting. My runner-up is actually, I don't know. Maybe this wouldn't work, but maybe it would. He proved his talent playing Elvis last year, Austin Butler, and he's going to be in Dune Part 2. I think he might be an interesting choice as Arthur. But Nathaniel, of course, is saying Alexander Skarsgård. I was thinking that, but he's older, so I don't know. I think they're going to go younger for a lot of these characters, except for Batman. That's definitely going older. But yeah, those are my two choices.
So I know everyone wants him to be Batman, but I actually want Jensen Ackles for Aquaman.
Good, that'd be good.
When I saw when I have seen him with Beard, because he was on The Boys in season 3, and he's also worn a super suit, and then I'm like, oh, I could imagine with a trident. Like I could actually imagine him with a trident,
Okay.
and also just.
You see Candagraph's comment?
Yeah, do not bring it up.
I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna bring it up.
Wait, because I don't think he was here when you said it. Candagraphs, what would you think about Katie McGraw as Wonder Woman?
He's gonna laugh his ass off, saying "fuck no."
No, but he might actually be like,
I don't.
he might be like, oh wait, but I would want Jensen Ackles. I would want Jensen Ackles.
All right.
Now Martian Manhunter, at some point we gotta have him.
Yeah.
He's one of the most iconic Justice League characters out there. Who would you cast as Martian Manhunter?
My runner-up, I'm going to run up first. My runner-up is Sterling K. Brown, most notably from This Is Us. I feel like he'd be good. He's been in a lot of things. I think he'd be good as Martian Manhunter. I feel like he would bring a good presence. My top choice, and I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but my top choice for Martian Manhunter is Winston Duke M'Baku from Black Panther. I think he would be amazing as Martian Manhunter. Because when you see him in interviews, he has this presence of him. Like, I feel like this would be really cool as Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
He was just thinking Winston Duke to Candagraph's not the same thing.
I love Winston Duke. I just don't see him as Martian Manhunter.
I could see him as John Stewart. I could see that potentially too for Winston. I mean, I think there's many possibilities for Winston. I think in the DC universe.
Now, my Martian Manhunter, I would want. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but he was the Shazam wizard in the Shazam movie that he's going to be in.
Okay.
He's been in Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously. Mm-hmm. He's going to be in Rebel Moon. But I would want him as Martian Manhunter, because the thing is, like, Martian Manhunter, like, again, I think that Martian Manhunter has to be always played by a black man, because that's who John chooses to look like when he's on Earth. So so I think it should always be, because I remember some fool who was like fan casting like some white people as Martian Manhunter. I'm like, no, he's always been black. So I would want Digimon. I think maybe is how you say it. Because he's a great voice.
Not him. Sorry, as Nathaniel's comment here. Yeah, him.
Yeah, exactly. And he has a beautiful voice, and that's thing, like, that's why I love people like Carl Lumbly, David Harewood, Phil Morris. Oh my God, from the Snyder Cut. Oh my God, what's his name?
Oh God, I forget his name on top of my
head. Harry Lennox.
Harry Lennox. Yes.
They have powerful voices. Because they have to sound like they're not from this planet. So that's what I want. Now, and this one I think was a little more. I think this was actually just as challenging for me as it was for Jordan. We know Damian Wayne is going to be in Batman: The Brave and the Bold. I hope to God the movie is called Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Don't just call it The Brave and the Bold, because you're not going to be able to market that. Who would you cast as the son of Batman?
Okay, so I did a lot of research. This took the longest, and I honestly, I couldn't in conscience pick somebody, because the options that were coming up are lesser knowns that I've never seen their work before. So I think, and do you have names? Do you have names?
I have a name or two that was passed on to me, because it was hard to, because I think for Damian, if because this is the problem that a lot of us talk about when it comes to Hollywood, is that because they don't give, when, for example, when they're not doing accurate ethnic casting, that's why there aren't prominent Arabic actors that, for example, are 15 years old, 18 years old, or whatever. So because we keep doing the same mistake, Hollywood keeps making the same mistake of just casting, someone who's ethnically ambiguous. And then so again, but if they're gonna do it right with Damien, one of my friends said, how good, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I will post it in the comments so you guys can Google him and look, just see what he looks like. But this is a Syrian actor, Zayn Al Rafi. He's only been in a few. He was actually in the Eternals. I forgot that he was in that, as that he played like a villager or something. One of my friends was like, "I think there's some." They're like, "I think there is something in this kid." So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My kind of thinking was kind of what Fernando's been saying, is that I think they're going to go for an unknown. And because I think what James Gunn's going to do is he's probably going to look, and also too, yeah, Jose, exactly. It depends on the age of Damien. I think that James Gunn is going to look at what Kevin Feige did in terms of hiring lesser known actors for roles and helping rise them up. I feel like they're going to find an unknown who they're going to help build up, because this kid, depending on whatever age they go for Damien, is going to be Damian Wayne for a long time. So they have to trust in whoever it is, and it's probably gonna be hard to cast Damien properly because like Arab Chinese, or they're saying, or at least that's the kind of ethnicity or whatever. Like it's gonna be hard to do, but it really ultimately depends on the age. I'm assuming Damien's gonna be 12, 13, 14 in the story.
Well, like when we meet him in the comics, like what age is he usually?
I think he's around 12 or something. Like he's like right at the teenage or right below it. Like he's young. So I feel like that, yeah, I feel like, yeah, so it's got to be, but I don't know. Do you cast somebody? He's 10, I'm pretty sure. Wow. They would have to cast somebody who's a little older who looks younger. Because I don't know if you could, you could cast a 10-year-old to play Damien, but how's that going to work out? I don't know. Difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. It's as long as because what I got tired of was just the constant of, let's cast that kid from Umbrella Academy because he plays cocky.
Yeah, I've seen that, and that was actually being fan casted. I'm like, nope.
But for our last role, because this has been strongly implied that we're going to see him in Superman Legacy, is Perry White. Who would you cast as Perry?
My top choice, I decided to go with the original concept of Perry being white, and then the runner-up being non-white. My top choice, just because he was fan casted heavily as Lex, but he's never going to play Lex. Bryan Cranston is Perry White. I think he would be pretty good as the one who's running the Daily Planet. My runner-up, basically, and I think he would be just great in general. I think he would be great in pretty much any role. He's been in so much stuff. Is Keith David. He's been in
I love Keith David.
Yeah, I think Keith would be a good choice. I think either would be great. Bruce Campbell, I saw that quite a bit too, Bruce Campbell. But I think Michael Rook, no, I don't see him as Michael Rooker as Perry White. No, I don't see that.
I do think Michael Rooker will be in the new DC universe, though.
But I think, yeah, Bryan Cranston, since I could see people were fan casting him back when they were doing BVS before it was announced as Jesse Eisenberg. I feel like he's just too old now to be in Lex. I think he would be amazing as Lex, just because people are like, oh, he's bald in Breaking Bad. Let's just give him as Lex. But he's a great actor. I feel like he would do pretty good as Perry White. And then Keith David, he crushes it every time he's in something. So either or, I think they're good. Yeah.
So for me, I think that for Perry White, we need to do some stunt casting.
Okay.
We need to have someone who's already been in the Superman universe. My first choice is Tom Welling.
I was thinking you're going to go Tom Welling. You're going to say it. Yep.
Yeah, Tom Welling. I think it would be fun if he played Perry White. I would love to see him just playing loudmouth and just like a boss. I'd love to see him with a cigar or whatever and so on. My runner-up, Clancy Brown. You either get a Superman or you get a Lex to play Perry White.
I like that. I like Clancy's great. That's good. That's a good choice. I wasn't thinking Clancy Brown. I think Clancy Brown would probably do a good Swamp Thing voice too. But yeah, I think Clancy.
Yeah, I was thinking about Clancy for Swamp Thing, but I'm like, that would be so predictable, I think. So
that's a good idea. Because see, there's some people thinking that they're going to cast Pa Kent, and it's going to be a legacy type casting for that.
Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah,
those are our list.
Yes, and I guess we'll be jumping into Q&A. I think we had a Q&A. Ask us questions. Oh, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, gee.
Sorry.
Did you actually burp or like?
No, that was just me. That was me messing around.
Okay.
So, Jake Johnson is buried. Who's Jake Johnson? Do we know who that is?
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Peter B. Parker.
Peter B. Parker.
Yeah, from Spider-Verse. The one that ate pizza a lot. The one with baby Mayday Parker.
I'm confused. Wait, that's the voice. That's the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let me look.
Google. He's on New Girl as well.
Never seen it. Nah, I don't think so. But thank you for the super chat. Tom Welling is Jor-El. That was something I saw too. Tom Welling is Jor-El. That'd be kind of cool if they could do that. Hey, Lance is here. Who are you?
Hi, Lance.
Clancy. No, he's way too old to play Lex in live action. Maybe like an Elseworlds thing, but like, yeah.
Yeah, Clancy Brown is now, he's 64 years old. He cannot play, if they're gonna play like a young.
I like how he clicks himself out. Oh my god. We didn't actually bring up Cyborg or Black Lightning. But I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, I think ultimately it's probably like, cause see, I bet James is going to go for people that have not been casted in a comic book role before. So I think a lot of our casting is not going to be accurate at all, but I don't know. Who's to say? I think Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I think Jensen would be good as Batman. But then again, he mentioned Anson Mount. That changed the game right there.
He's literally like 30. Like, he is too young to play podcast.
You can put some wrinkles on me. I'll be fine.
I think you would need a little more than just wrinkles.
Yeah, Steven says he wants to be with Green Arrow again, but unfortunately that time has passed. It's over.
Yeah, it's time for Charlie Hunnam to play him.
If they want to go older Oliver, whatever. But I don't think they will. Then again, I was surprised because I was predicting for a while, maybe it's going to be in the second part of Gods and Monsters, but I honestly thought that James Gunn was going to announce a Green Arrow project or a Green Arrow and Black Canary project or something. Nothing.
Just speculation, or were you basing it on something?
I was heavily speculating because I was thinking, okay, we haven't had Green Arrow in live action film, so he might because I was thinking like James Gunn, they're going to come out, both him and Peter Safran, they're going to bring forth characters that we've not seen before in live action, or we haven't in a long time. Obviously, we've had Green Arrow on the CW, but I was thinking, we're going to make the DCU differently from the DCU. We're going to make it clear as day it's different. Reboot, blah, blah. They're going to announce some projects and characters, and they did. Like, they announced Swamp Thing. They announced Booster Gold. They announced the freaking Authority, right? The Creature Commandos. Like, they were announcing a lot of stuff. So I was thinking, man, Green Arrow is going to be coming. Black Canary is going to be coming. No. but maybe they're saving it. But then Hawk Girl is popping up out of nowhere. Metamorpho's popping up. So it's possible Green Arrow is going to pop up in the Brave and the Bold. Who knows, right? We don't know. So, who do you is going to wait? What? Who do you is going to be the Justice League?
Who do you think is going to be the Green Lantern of the Justice League? I think it's going to be all three of them in some way.
Or at least Hal and John specifically, maybe. Guy Garner.
I think they're doing Justice League International. I think the guy is going to do something with Justice League International.
Yeah. Josh Segura as Green Arrow? That'd be interesting. They pull the guy who played the villain and have him play Green Arrow. I don't know. Until they can get the baby Jenna and mix their own turn. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm 10 steps ahead of you, and you haven't even figured out what game we're playing yet.
Basic clip. I really hope he gets something. Let's see. Who do you believe they will cast as your favorite DC character? You mean Batgirl? Is that what you're referring to? We didn't mention Batgirl because there's a possibility Batgirl is in the Brave and the Bold. I don't know. I'd have to do a lot of looking into.
I would want Leslie Grace.
I would like Leslie back too, but I don't know what they're going to do. But whoever they cast as Batgirl, and she better be Batgirl first. I don't want her. If she's Oracle right away, I'm going to disown the DCU. It's stupid. Build up to Oracle. Don't have her just become Oracle or already be Oracle. They got to be smart with that casting choice. That's very important to me. I think, well, obviously they're all fucking important, but yeah, I was robbed of my fucking Batgirl movie. Yes, it was the white man that brought that down. The white man, as Andy would say.
I didn't even.
You were thinking the white man brings it down.
When have I ever accused of white people bringing things down? Do we want to talk about? I mean, if you want me to go after white people, I sure can. And do we want to talk about the Rumble numbers for Blue Beetle?
Oh, I think we're talking about something else entirely. Yeah, we can talk about it. I mean, it's not good.
Well, it's domestic, but also. But you have to remember, this was not as expensive as the Flash. So I think this movie will do fine. Again, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if it actually does the Flash, mostly because of international sales.
Yeah.
I just think I think people just need to. I'm not as worried. Okay. I am not as worried.
If the 12 to 18 million opening weekend domestic is accurate compared to the 120 million budget. Now, international, that's a whole separate thing. But if the movie makes 12 to 18 million opening weekend, that is a disaster. I know it costs less than the Flash. They're probably not they're not doing $150 million marketing budget for it. However, that is a disaster. But this is long-range tracking. We don't know what it's going to do. We have no idea. Plus, it could have legs like Elemental, because Elemental opened up really bad on a $200 million, and now it's crossed over $300 million, I think, now, overall.
Imagine if the Flash crossed over $300 million.
It won't. That movie's dead. But Blue Beetle has a shot. Like I said, international may save it. Plus, if opening weekend is lower, if people love it, and people are talking about it, then it will get more people to hopefully go and then repeat viewings. And so maybe it will hopefully try to save it.
Also because oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Because the actors, because the actors can't even promote. I think that is also, again, that's also playing a factor. Again, I support I support a strike and so on. So I think it's something that definitely the studios will take, into consideration. So,
yet the DCU will continue if James decides to leave, because You don't want James Gunn, who signed on for a 4-year contract. By the way, like they're planning so much stuff out that James and Peter Safran are not only going to be there for 4 years, they're going to re-up their deal. But let's say James leaves, or Peter, and both of them leave, and they get a new person to take over after, say, 8 or 10 years into this new DCU. If it is successful and it's actually not doing what's happening out in the DCU, they're not going to reboot it again with a new leadership. They're going to continue as is. But if the new DCU comes out, Superman Legacy, the next project, and they just tank, they're going to stop making DC movies, at least in terms of connectivity. They're probably going to only stick with Matt Reeves' stuff, which has proven to be successful, and the Elseworlds type stuff, because Joker made over $1 billion. Now, what will be a telltale sign is what Joker 2 is going to do. If Joker 2 actually doesn't perform well, that's going to make them second-guess Elseworlds movies. But if the Batman Part 2 comes out, and that is as successful or even better than the first Batman, which I feel like it's probably going to end up being a better, successful film, because that momentum is there. People are like, oh my God, the Batman is so good. And then it made over $700 million, almost $800 million. If that is as successful or even better, or even if it's still in the same realm, but it still is a huge profit, they'll continue the Reevesverse. But if the DCU comes out swinging and they're trying and it fails and tanks, it's going to be scrapped, and James and Peter won't be asked to come back to re-up their contract. That's just how it's going to. It's the business side, unfortunately. Wow. Joker 2. Well, Lady Gaga is not going to make the film $1 billion. Let's be honest. Like, her as Harley Quinn is definitely interesting, but that's not going to be a make or break it for the film to be successful. The first Joker was over $1 billion without Lady Gaga in it. But I feel like it was an anomaly. I feel like that movie, I don't know, like, it's so weird how the movie made $1 billion. It's just kind of crazy. But then again, some of the Transformers made $1 billion. Why would it? I don't know. I only underestimate her because you're always late. So I underestimate you. That's what happens. Anyways.
Let me scroll and see if I find anything. Hey, what?
I was just laughing. I see, when you brought up something you want to talk about, I think you were talking about the thing I was dealing with on TikTok. That's what I thought you were addressing.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to? I don't know, like, what do you want to just move on?
Well, I mean, I'll just briefly mention it. So, because it ties into the bigger thing about the strikes going on. So, what's been popping up on TikTok is, as we know, TikTok is a place where everyone has an opinion, just like Twitter. There was and this is the reason why this was significant. There was a user with over 9 million followers. Why? I don't know. And he made a video talking about how he got a call from a studio. He wasn't specific at the time what studio. And of course, it's after the actor strike is going. It's already started. He says he got a call from a studio. They want to fly him down. They want to offer him this show. They start talking budget over the phone. I'm like, what? So he later on responds to questions because he wasn't really specific. And he goes off to say that the writer, he doesn't care about the writer and actor strike. He doesn't care. Because in the original video, he's like, well, with all the writers on strike, I have an end, which basically means I'm not good enough. I had to wait till everyone else is on strike to get potentially a show, because everyone else is striking. So it pretty much means that he sucks. He didn't realize he was saying that about himself, because he's like, well, the writers are on strike. That means I have a shot. Okay. So people start making videos about him, because he started like responding saying, because he didn't understand what the word scab is, which is the best part about this. He thought scab meant if you are somebody who's not in a union that's working. No, it's when you cross the picket line and are working for studios and basically taking work from union people that are on strike. So all this is going on. So I made a video. He responded to my video by commenting on it by saying, "Who are you?" It was a really sad, pathetic attempt to try and intimidate me, because I have a little over 30,000 followers on TikTok. He has over 9 million. So I responded with a little text, and then I made a video responding to it. But my response, my little message response was, if this is your only response to what I said, you clearly can't argue. You don't have an argument. You can't argue this. What I'm saying in the video, criticizing your thoughts on this. So I made a video discussing it, pointing out more flaws. He kept doubling down on things. And then today, there's an update. Today, he uploads a video saying I should have been more precise about what I said. The writers and actors strike needs to happen. It needs to go against the Hollywood elites. So he was completely backpedaling and acting like he loves what's happening with the strikes. So I made a response video saying he's backpedaling. Some people are theorizing he lied about the whole thing, that the studio that is a lower budget studio, that's not a major studio, but he finally confirmed, it's a studio that's going to start like some sort of streaming thing in November, and they're kind of Christian valued, and that's fine. I don't care about the religion side of it, but that's what he was heavily pushing, that Jesus has his back during all this stuff. That's his words, not mine. That's what he was saying. But he does a complete 180 backpedal. So I made a video today, and I said, if this is how you really feel now about the actors and writer strike needs to happen, that's fine. But I really feel like this is a publicity stunt. You're making this story up about a studio calling you, because all you do is make faces on TikTok. Now, I make faces on my YouTube videos. Yeah, I react. But what he does on TikTok is that he doesn't actually make original content. He lip syncs audio, like popular audio from TikTok. He just literally lip syncs it and makes funny faces and weird faces. And then when he does actual comedy skits, it's rehashed shit you've already seen before. So I don't know how he got 9 million followers. But it was just funny because he literally, instead of actually commenting or making a video response, which was a lot of video responses to him, but instead of commenting something, actually responding back to what I was saying, all he said was, "Who are you?" Like, okay, the same can be said about you. I have more followers than you on Twitter and YouTube, if you want to go this route. So it's pretty much what I was dealing with. It was really pathetic. Scott, thank you so much for the super chat. It's possible Aquaman because of the reshoot situation. The Marvels, it's potential as well. I don't know. I mean, they did just drop a new trailer for the Marvels, so I'm not sure. They might be going full steam ahead on that. What do you think?
I think the Marvels is. I think it's gonna, because I think Marvel, like, they don't have to worry with the Marvels. Like, I mean, with Marvel movies, like, the audience is now there. They show up. I think for Aquaman, they're like, we need the actors' promotion or whatever and so on, and also we need to figure out all these issues behind the scenes. So, yeah. I
haven't. Was there a release date? I haven't even seen the new trailer. Yeah. They dropped it. They dropped at midnight. I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, it's November 10th.
Is it a good trailer? I haven't even seen it.
I love that.
Okay. I'll probably watch it. I won't react to it though, but it's fine because when I literally turned off my computer, I was getting ready to head to bed. It's like, there's a trailer. I'm like, no, I'm going to bed. I could turn it back on. I could do this reaction. I could get it done, but I'm like, nah, I'm going to bed. Sleep is more important than a video. But the cameo, I mean, it was fun, but
I didn't even think it was fun. I thought it was just dumb.
It was just random too.
Especially now with what we saw this week, that we were supposed to have a post-credit scene with Ben Affleck. Yeah. I'm like, oh, but we needed to have George Clooney. It would have been way more fun if like Christian Bale had showed up.
Yeah.
Just as Bruce Wayne.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, pretty much, Eric. Pretty much. Thank you for being here. Will Luke appear in Ahsoka? Potentially. I am watching through the Batman because of you. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're watching it. It's a good show. It's fun. Did you see the Spider-Man 2 story trailer? I did. It's so good.
It's so good. How about we do this? Because I know you said you haven't seen the Marvels trailer. How about you react to it live in front of people, and then you can pull it up as a clip for the.
I got stuff. I mean, Comic-Con's going on. I got X-Men tomorrow, so I might just say, here, if you want to watch my Marvel's reaction, go watch the show. That's what I'll say. Watch the show. Watch my reaction. You have to go to the.
Okay. Yeah. Just talk to the people in the meantime, and I will get it ready.
But yeah, that Spider-Man 2 story trailer was awesome. I love the fact that it's front and center with Harry. That's amazing. Venom looks amazing, obviously. I honestly think I don't love it, But I honestly think the new face it's the new face for Peter looks better in this game.
Oh, I don't like it at all. I think he looks too much like Tom Holland.
I agree with that. He does. But I think visually it looks a little better here because I feel like they've added more detail to his face because I felt like he was too polished in the remaster and in Miles Morales. It looks better. I think MJ looks really interesting too because her hair's longer and it's down, at least in the shots we've seen. She definitely looks different. I think it's because her hair was really up in a ponytail the entire time, pretty much during the first game. So, and I'm actually replaying Spider-Man PS5, the remaster, replaying it for TikTok when I've been live streaming. And yeah, a lot of it's just like, okay, this is MJ, hair pulled up, same thing.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do
Marvel. Oh, wait.
What happened?
I can remove. Okay, so here's Jordan's because I've already seen it, but here's Jordan's reaction to the Marvels coming up November 10th in theaters all everywhere.
Carol Danvers, prodigal child of the Milky Way.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
You know, cold, no air, space.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
I didn't know that the first time.
You took everything from me. And now I'm returning the favor.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing that back. Yep.
What is happening to me? She's entangled our light-based powers.
So we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light.
I can see it.
And Kamala,
Who's Kamala?
hi,
She can turn light
Hi.
into physical matter, which I have never heard of.
I could totally show you.
Oh my god.
She's targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this.
You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh, good lord.
Higher.
Further. Faster.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, this looks so
Who's a good kitty goose?
I can't. Can you?
I got it.
Okay. All right.
That was good.
Um,
This is gonna be the best Marvel movie of the year.
I think the Flurkin shot we've already seen. I don't know if that really worked, showing that again at the ending, but obviously the two shot of them like I can't, I'll handle it or whatever. That was funny, but I feel like the Flurkin shot we've already seen it. So ending the trailer on that kind of note is kind of weird. It looks fun, and I think what's interesting too. Obviously, we've known this about the movie, but I really like the fact that instead of it being a typical traditional team up movie where they're just all teaming up, right? It's all three of them. Woo! It's when they use their powers in the switching where they replace each other. I like the twist because that makes it different. Because it could be just like, oh, here's Captain Marvel. Oh, here's Photon. Oh, here's here's Miss Marvel. They're going to be working together. Typical, right?
But now
Typical team up.
but now they will actually become a team by the end. And
yeah. But like instead of like, okay, there's something going on. Nick Fury just calls, Captain Marvel. There's just Miss Marvel's having a problem. Maybe Photon shows up, and so it's just like a typical team up thing. In this, their powers are connected, so like that they're switching. I think that's going to be what really makes this stand out in the story because it's definitely different. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I looks fun. We'll see what happens. I hope they stick with the release date. because it sounds like based off of rumors that other films are going to be moving and delaying. So Marvel would have open season for the movie to not have any competition potentially. So we'll see. And also, I forgot to mention the Bengal for the villain looked a little. I mean, it looked like the same Bengal pretty much as Miss Marvel, as Kamala.
But now we know there is at least more. There's more than one in this universe.
Yeah.
So maybe now I feel like at this point. Yeah, of course it definitely takes place before this, the event of Secret Invasion.
Yeah. Or maybe it's after. Who knows?
No, but before, sorry. The Marvels takes place after Secret Invasion.
I'm assuming after. It's true the Marvels might move because Marvel wants to do promotion. It's true, but they might still try to put. I mean, literally, here's the thing: they could have easily held on to that trailer and made a decision. They still put the trailer out though. And it's a brand new trailer, so like that tells me that they are confident either the strikes are going to be done by then or they're still going to release it. Right?
Yeah.
Because they can still interview the director, who isn't as well known, of course, as the three of them, but they can realistically still do because here's the thing: when they are shooting these movies, they do pre-marketing upfront filming.
Oh yeah.
So they have stuff in the can they can use for marketing purposes. Not obviously they can't go to red carpets or interviews like on talk shows, which obviously they're still shut down anyways too. But yeah, so there is potential other ways they could still make it work.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's also true. I think they want a trailer for the Barbie. Well, they could have just played the old trailer. The old trailer still worked. So, yeah. I'm so glad it's the weekend.
Same.
It's been crazy. I've been streaming quite a bit on TikTok this week, especially during my lunch break. So, just been trying that out. Been noticing my camera's been kind of glitchy a little bit. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what's going on. Like I've noticed like frame rate or something. I'm not sure.
I can't even see now at all. It's completely black.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. Oh, so sorry. That was mean.
What exactly is Blue Sky?
It's an app.
It's an app?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Blue Sky? I don't know what that is. Do Luke and Bo-Katan and Ahsoka stay in touch? Well, I don't know about Bo-Katan's never met Luke. I don't think. No, I don't think she has. So I don't know how they could stay in touch if they've never met. Well, it's another Twitter. It's not going to work, guys. Threads tanked. Threads failed. You think Blue Sky is going to take over? No, it won't.
Yeah, I think Twitter. We're stuck with Twitter.
Yeah, we're stuck with it. Good or bad? Wait, new episode of Invincible? I don't believe that for a second. Maybe it is true. Invincible? Is it Invincible?
They released a new trailer. They released a new trailer today at Comic-Con.
Oh, they released a new trailer?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh. Presenting Adam special episodes. 56 minutes. What? They really dropped an episode? What the hell? Oh, they did. They actually dropped an episode of Invincible. That's crazy.
Well, let's do a live ready to it right now.
Yeah, that's the whole
Okay.
episode now. I probably won't react to it. I'll probably just watch it. So I'm probably just gonna wait for the actual season to start back because season 2 is like that's just the origin of Adam, which is fine, or Adam Eve, which is her name. But yeah, I'll probably just watch it off camera. I can't do everything. That's the thing. I wish I had the time, but I don't. Blue Sky was a reaction to Elon Musk for people who don't agree with the job. Well, I mean, I get that point, but also let's be honest. Blue Sky is not going to take over because people thought Threads was, and look what happened to Threads. The user
No.
Yeah, it just dropped drastically. So, I like Fernando's like Blue Sky was named after Blue Beetle. It's Impact. Like that's the promotion for Blue Beetles, creating Blue Sky. Which is like also too, Blue Sky, I don't get it. Wait, when is even Blue Sky dropping? Is it coming out today or something? Let's see, Blue Sky.
Oh.
What?
What? Just Kevin Smith dragging so there's a clip there's I think it's like a big Melissa Benoist fan account who is like, someone remind me of this clip. That man has always been a fucking weirdo, especially when it comes to Mel. And it's when Kevin Smith noticed that Melissa has an engagement ring, and he's and this person was trying to call him out, and I see Kevin Smith going, "Obsessed. I'm just happy for my friends who are happy with each other." I love when Kevin Smith drags. I love when Kevin Smith drags people.
Well, okay, so Scott, I don't understand what your logic is, because Bo-Katan knew Ahsoka, but that doesn't mean Bo-Katan knows Luke. You know what I'm saying? Like Bo-Katan could have met Luke Skywalker, but I don't. It's not confirmed, and so okay. Here's the thing. That's like saying one of Andy's friends or someone Andy knows, I must know because I know Andy. That's not true. Andy mentions people or he knows people. I have no idea. And it's like, okay, you say, well, you know Andy and Andy knows that person, so you must know that person. No, I don't.
Yeah, I barely know anyone that Jordan knows. So
thank you, Fernando. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's what happened. I'm just gonna become Barry Allen. I'm just gonna be the Flash. So I can do everything. I wonder if my wife's asleep in there. She might be. Don't know.
Maybe let's go for a few more questions and then we can
call it
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. But I think we did some good choices for our DC cast. I was curious, like, if we were gonna match up. We didn't really match up that much. And I think
only a few times. Only a few times.
Only a few. But I like the fact that we didn't for a lot of it, so that we had a better variety. All my ideas are top tier, Fernando. All my ideas are top tier. 10 out of 10, always. Always. Yeah, we took a few more questions, guys. A few more questions. Well, I was not verified.
Yeah, he's Twitter blued.
Twitter blued, man. 4K still look at the Flash when it comes out. Well, there you go. I mean, hey, if you still enjoy the Flash, that's fine. That's good. Because ultimately, what matters is if you enjoy something. That's what matters.
Yeah, there's some enjoyable moments, but the Flash is definitely not a masterpiece. So.
It's all good. Yeah, because they don't verify people anymore, do they? Or do they verify like okay, so like there's people like different icons next to their name, like the gold and all that kind of stuff. Are those business verified, or is that like something? I don't even know.
Verified doesn't exist anymore because people are paid. You just when it's there's Twitter Gold. Twitter Gold.
Yeah, what is Twitter Gold, anyways?
That is for like business ads, but again, that's also they have to pay $10,000 a month.
I thought it was 1,000. Is it 10,000?
$1,000. Sorry.
Okay. Whoa.
Well, $1,000 per month, but again, you're still paying for it, which means it fails. It fails what Verify is supposed to be. Verify is not supposed to. You can pay for Verify something you have to earn. So
$12,000 a year to be verified. Jesus. Well, I get this point too about if you're streaming stuff. Unfortunately, with obviously a lot of like stuff that goes straight to streaming, you can't get a physical copy. Now, people do make like fan physical copies without actual disc or whatever in them, so you can have like there's someone who made like a specialized steel book of WandaVision, no disc. It was just the case or whatever. The gray check marks are government verified.
Yeah, but those are the ones that were like they don't have to pay any money. I think
He's Candace saying that's
I
incorrect.
think most people that have the gold check mark are paying for it.
When I signed up to be Twitter blued, there was a business option that said $1,000.
Yeah,
so
that is Twitter gold.
Yeah,
that is.
maybe I should pay $1,000 Twitter gold just to say I'm Twitter gold. I'm a business, right? I can do that. I can make it work.
Transall Reacts LLC.
Yeah, I keep seeing that pop up on my fucking TikTok too. It's like LLCs. It's so easy to get an LLC now. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that fucking is. Okay.
But
you know what we should do? When they start casting more DCU projects, we should look back on this video to see how well we did. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we can pull as fun clubs.
Yeah.
Eric Z, yeah, I am also looking forward to Blue Beetle, and hopefully everyone will see it on August 18th. We're going to support it. Otherwise, I will.
He's going to quit the show. That's what he said.
I will quit the show. I'm going to be calling a lot of people racist because some of y'all will go and support some of the widest media crap out there, but you won't give Blue Beetle a chance. It's like, I'm sorry, like, why does Transformers do so well? It's like we fucking get it. They're, alien cars,
robots in disguise.
Yeah, a robot in disguise. Like, we get it.
We get it. Actually, the Transformers didn't do that well.
Wait, what?
Oh my
do
God.
one of you want to rewatch all 19 on the fly from me? I need to catalog all the wardrobe on there so I can know what to look for. Pay me and I can do it.
Pay me.
Listen. I need to put food on the table. Like, listen, like I'm hungry.
Hey, jump on TikTok and do those AI live streams that people have been doing. It's fucking stupid. Do that. Like people. Now, here's what it is. There are people that sit in front of their phones, live streaming, doing this. Thank you for the gift. And like people sitting there like ice cream, they'll like lick or like, oh, that's very tasty. Ooh. And then it's like so stupid. But there's people that literally are doing it and they're making thousands of dollars.
Well, my name is not Angie, first of all. Well, thank you, I guess.
Angie.
No, I still prefer the man.
Angie? Canada guys will pay you in the thumbs up. That pays.
What can I help you with today?
There you go. AI Andy. There you go. There's AI Andy. That's scary. Are you going to go stream some Valorant after this, or what are you doing?
Not today, no.
Okay. Oh my God. It's creepy.
Like and subscribe right now on YouTube and follow me on twitch.tv/AnimeBacked. What is this?
Oh my God, Angie is Andy's variant.
Would she be loud?
I don't know. Maybe
Angie. Oh, you know what that sounds. You know what that? There you go.
That's weird because my supervisor is named Angie. So
I was your boss this entire time.
I'm angry at the disco. I never heard of this. Well, now you have. It's every fucking word. The person. Okay, here's how crazy it is. The person who started this AI TikTok live, you know how many people she had in her live stream today while she was doing this nonsense? 74,000 people at one point were watching this live stream.
Download the TikTok app today in the App Store or on your Android store. It's available everywhere.
Oh my God. I love that the AI, you're promoting the app.
Like and subscribe.
God. This is creepy. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We really appreciate it, guys. If you obviously showed up later, go back. We did 15 casting, like fan casting for 15
casting of upcoming characters in the DC universe.
Oh God, I shouldn't have told them about it. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just let it be on TikTok.
Now playing Cicada Clip MP4.
Angie is actually the name of one of the characters in the Steel spin-off show for you. Oh shit. I didn't know you were casting that.
Go take a flying fuck on a rolling donut.
I don't know.
That's shameless.
Anyways.
Again.
Flying fuck on a rolling donut.
Hope you guys have a great week.
I cannot believe it.
I cannot believe it.
I cannot believe it. Quite.
Then that is bad, y'all. I mean, again, I'm not trying to make fun of it. That's how I react to when it comes to the whole AI TikTok streamers.
Yes.
Can you send me what the username is? Because I want to see you just sitting like.
I don't know. Well, they don't do that. They're only responding to gifts that come in for money.
Oh,
yeah.
Like she would react to something like that.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
So,
I cannot believe it. Quite.
I'm trying to load because someone's screen recorded. This is what it is.
Gang, 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 gang. Oh, special. Gang, gang, rah, rah, rah. Gang, 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 gang. Balloon. Gang, 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 gang.
All the fucking gifts. Those are gifts that are coming in your saying.
Yes, you got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me run it, huh? Hee-haw, yes, you got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me run it, huh? Slay, huh? Slay, huh? Slay, huh?
Slay, huh?
Slay, huh? Gang, gang. Slay, huh? Oh, take it, Stewart. Blue, it's me. Oh, thank you, baby. You got me feeling like a queen.
That's what it is. And at that point, she had 20,000 people watching. And right here, those like two little icons right there, those are gifts that are coming in. And then you're obviously seeing like the cowboy hat and other stuff going on. Those are all gifts that are being sent in. People are paying money for her to do noises or whatever. And then she's getting paid. She's getting between $2,000 to $4,000 per stream.
To that, I
Go
say.
take a flying fuck on a rolling donut.
If I made $2,000, if I did that, and I made, say, $1,000 doing that for a couple hours, I would quit my job if I could guarantee it would happen every single time I went live and did that. That's a lot of fucking money.
Let me address this.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We were about to leave. We were about to get the hell out of here. Oh, boy.
Here's the thing. I'm going to call a lot of people ignorant and lazy. Because, again, I feel like I see a lot of movies that are, so many hollow blockbusters that features white people that are really mediocre, that they get support no matter what by the audience. But as soon as something as like unique and new as Blue Beetle, is in the circle, it's like people suddenly just don't know, like, oh, I didn't know it was coming out, or, oh, I didn't know this, or like, oh, it's too woke or whatever. Yeah. So a lot of people I'm gonna call racist because again, like, we have some of the widest crap getting some of the dumbest shit out there. So, yeah. So.
Anyways, guys, we thank you guys so much for being here. Oh God, Andy AI is back. Okay, so we're
now playing Cicada MP4 clip. Now playing Cicada MP4 clip.
Okay. Anyways, hope you guys have a great weekend. Here's the clip. As you guys know, we end on the same note every single time. You want to say
Watch
it again?
Right now.
You want to say it again?
Play the clip. Oh, Cicada.mp4 now.
Metas killed your parents, Gracie. They all deserve to die.
Don't believe him, Grace.
Don't believe him, Gracie. Don't believe in Gracie. Don't believe in Gracie. It's because you were doing this. Because I was like, good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.